2 about the Learning Annex's attempt to drop $10,000 from the Empire State Building, I used the momentum caused by that amazing bit of luck to propel the company higher. We also used the momentum of our speakers to drive our growth. We have gotten momentum from many speakers, including Tony Robbins, George Foreman, Robert Kiyosaki, Jim Cramer, and many others. Our association with Donald Trump has put our company on the map and given us hyper-momentum. It was a hold on and strap yourself to this rocket called Donald. It's been an incredible ride. Finding a partner to align yourself with can sure get momentum going. Speaking of momentum, last year, a little-known movie called The Secret swept onto the world stage to capture the attention of millions of Americans. It's still spreading across the world like wildfire. It's discussed on hundreds of forums and websites. Millions of enthusiastic fans are buying The Secret DVD and book of the same name and causing The Secret to rocket to the top of every major bestseller list. Experts from The Secret have appeared on The Oprah Winfrey Show, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Larry King Live, and The Montel Williams Show. The Los Angeles Times has proclaimed The Secret to be a cultural phenomenon. In a nutshell, The Secret tells you how to use supercharged thoughts to propel yourself to success in business and in every aspect of your life. I have always been passionate about self-improvement. I recognized that The Secret had an enormous amount of momentum. I began featuring some of the celebrated experts that appeared on the DVD as speakers at the Learning Annex and at the Wealth Expos. People like Jack Canfield, James Ray, Laurel Langmeyer, and Lisa Nichols. It's been a huge success, and I have decided to capitalize even further on its momentum. Now the Learning Annex has teamed up with Jack Canfield to produce a PBS special all about The Secret that will teach people how to get what they want by merely thinking in a certain way. Jack Canfield, an amazing author, enlightened teacher, and savvy businessman, is one of the driving forces behind the Chicken Soup for the Soul franchise, which has sold 100 million books. He has personally taught millions of people his unique formulas for success. On the Learning Annex PBS special, Jack teaches how to make more money, get in the best shape of your life, meet your soulmate, and more by shifting your mindset and creating your own reality. This is all part of my plan to take self-help in America to the billion-dollar level. I've met with broadcast executives and producers such as Mark Burnett and Peter Guber to build programming for a Learning Annex channel. When people think of self-help, they're going to think of the Learning Annex. The self-help industry is a $19 billion industry. When you think of doing anything to improve your life, I want you to think the Learning Annex. We are already the premium brand, and we're just getting started. The self-help industry is just waiting for some company to own it. I intend it to be the Learning Annex. The Learning Annex has momentum, is growing fast, and understands the market. We're passionate about it, and our timing is perfect. Baby boomers are the greatest proponents of lifelong learning. People of all ages want to continue to improve themselves. Our programming simply has to be relevant to each of the demographic groups we serve. We're taking our existing momentum to go to the next level. Once you have momentum, you have to keep it moving. Latch onto a business trend that has great momentum, then partner with others to set big goals, and let the momentum lead you to higher and higher levels. Every day has a new possibility. Every day you can improve yourself and grow. Every day you can take yourself to a new level. Grab something with momentum that you can be passionate about. Keep working on it, and amazing things will happen. To sum it up, to be a big success in any field, you need to build momentum. Momentum is all about energy and timing. When you start anything new, you have no momentum. That's when things are hard. People are not calling you. You don't seem to be getting anywhere. But if you keep at it and keep working toward your goals one day at a time, pretty soon you get into the flow of people and events. You get contacts. You gain credibility. You build a track record of success, and then things get much easier. Why? Because you have momentum. But do not take momentum for granted. If you lose your momentum, all your success ends, and things get much more difficult again. It's dangerous to do anything when you have lost your momentum. Your timing is off, and people and events are no longer in your favor. So watch out to never lose your momentum. Points to remember. When you start something new, you have no momentum. With every action you take and every task you complete, you are building momentum. When momentum reaches a critical mass, everybody is on ready alert and has you on their radar screens. When people see momentum, they want to be part of it. To get momentum, focus on a specific goal with passion and intensity. Specialized knowledge builds momentum. Getting an experienced mentor helps momentum. To keep momentum, keep challenging yourself. Remember to keep going. If you stop, your momentum will stop. Use adverse events and monumental challenges to make you stronger. Never give up on yourself. When you reach the top, keep your momentum rolling by giving back to society. Chapter 8. Never take your eye off the ball. In 1990, I was in deep trouble. I had believed what Business Week wrote about me. Everything he touches turns to gold. I said, they're right. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. That was a big mistake, because when you start believing you can't fail, then you go home early. You believe that you do not have to work, and you think making money is easy. The fact is, it's not easy. After that article, I did not focus, and I did not work as hard. When the markets crashed, I was not prepared. For many years, I had made more money in bad markets than in good markets, always. This time around, I was not focused. I was like a fighter who keeps winning all his fights. After a while, he does not take his fights as seriously, he does not focus, and he doesn't train as hard because he figures he's going to win. Then, out of nowhere, he gets his ass kicked. In the 90s, a lot of good people went bankrupt. I never went bankrupt, but I went through hell. My company owed billions and was much too heavily leveraged. I was in debt personally for $900 million. One day, I was walking down the street, and I said to my then-wife, Marla, "That beggar over there is worth $900 million more than I am." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Because I'm $900 million in debt, and at least he has money in his pocket." I used to say to myself, "Oh, my God, am I in trouble? I'm going down." That was big league. I was not focused, but I never blamed myself, because from the day I graduated from Wharton in 1968, I did well. For 21 years, I was doing fantastic. I felt like I had the right to take it easy. I really felt that after 21 years, I had the right not to focus. Reality taught me an important lesson. I could not have it both ways. If I wanted to be the greatest, the amazing Donald Trump, who makes everything he touches turn to gold, then I needed to focus. I couldn't have one without the other. I decided that I still wanted to be the old Trump, and started focusing like never before. In 1991, the world was collapsing. It was so bad in real estate that if a person walked into a building just looking around, we considered it to be a sign that the market was changing. They didn't have to do anything, just walk in. They didn't have to buy, and they didn't have to rent. I came up with a statement, "Survive till 95. That statement was the rallying cry that helped me to stay involved and engaged, even though things were really bad. After that, I started to really work my ass off. Today, my company is many, many times bigger, and is a much better company than it ever was before. Someone once asked me, "What was your mindset when you owed billions of dollars?" I answered, "My mindset was the same as it is right now." Actually, my mindset was very positive. I started negotiating new deals, even though I was in no position to do them, because it made me feel good. Most of my real estate friends became depressed. They stopped functioning. They could not think, and they lost confidence in themselves. They were all screwed up. The best thing about being in deep financial trouble was that I learned that I could handle it. And by focusing on the positives, things that made me feel good, I could maintain a mindset very much like it is right now. Remember that. If you ever get into deep difficulty, always focus on the things that make you feel better. Sure, handle the bad stuff you have to deal with, but don't let it demoralize you or distract you from pursuing your goals. Realize that it's only a moment in time, and it will pass. Keep your sights set on a better time in the future, which will certainly come to pass if you stay focused. Things cannot and will not continue downward forever. They will always turn around. I've seen this many times, and that's why I was able to buy the Penn Central property in 1973, when things in New York were very bad. That's how I had the foresight to buy 40 Wall Street, when all the real estate experts passed it up. That's how I was able to make a comeback from the brink of utter failure. Sure, I had a few sleepless nights. Not as bad as other people, because I still managed to go to sleep, and I still managed to keep my faculties. I was able to do what I had to do. I was in a horrific period. I had been the hottest guy in the 80s. Then, almost overnight, I went from being a super genius to a moron. It was a pretty hard blow, but I realized that I was not the moron that the media was